The worst thing about having migraine is I can really be enjoying something and then it just goes, we're not doing that anymore. I kind of got caught up in sort of being like, oh, what's the next thing to talk about? What's the next big thing to talk about? And like, I know I'm not someone that lots of people watch, but music journalism has always been kind of like a dream of mine that I've never sort of reached. And in this capacity, I get to do it myself. So, but I did get kind of mixed up of like finding the next news story, what's going on like this, which I know is what journalism is, but I don't think I want to be that type of person. I just kind of want to analyze music and look back at music and sort of just, I just want to be someone who just like talks about the music that she likes. So I'm going to strip it back today. So I have my my vinyl collection, my record collection. It's not everything that I own because me and my husband share a collection. These are not all mine, but the ones that I share with him. He has like a whole freaking crate. I was more the CD generation. Like, it's so weird that vinyls just kind of weren't a thing for a while there. You'd go and get a CD and to go to like, that's your go-to for music. But now vinyl has sort of made a comeback and CDs are non-existent. I have an entire tub of CDs. I don't know what's in there. Maybe one day we'll go through it. But these are my vinyls, and I'm starting to get back into collecting physical music as well as, like streaming stuff and all that, because the streaming sites, are they ethical? Do they treat their artists right? Who knows? But as long as I'm buying the physical music, we should be okay. I don't know. Some of these are in frames because I have a record wall that I display, like I'm building a record wall that I'm going to display a lot of these vinyls on. Like I said, it's in a frame. It's going to reflect on my light. This is Instant Gratification by Dance Gavin Dance. It's going to get caught on my light. That's okay. Not all of them are shiny. I love this record because it has the song that this is my husband's favorite band, and he introduced me to Dance Gavin Dance when we first started dating like 8 years ago, and there was a song that was at the top of the playlist, and it's We Own the Night. And that song, it just reminds me of that time, and it's from this album, so it became like a special little album, and that's why it's in a frame and that's why it's up on the wall. I love the little artwork stuff that they do for their albums. I've got a few other ones as well from Dance Gavin Dance that have like artwork and stuff. I'm only a new fan. Personally, I enjoy the Johnny Craig songs, but it was so funny because I was an Omarosa fan without even knowing who Johnny Craig was. And then when I got introduced to Dance Gavin Dance, I was like, oh, this voice, he's not on this, like he doesn't sing on this album, but I was like, this voice sounds familiar, and I was like, oh, it's the Omarosa singer. So that was a fun discovery for me. But no, this is a Tillian album. I'm pretty sure it's the first Tillian album. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Not brushed up on my DGD history, but they are now on their next lead singer. They've had Johnny Craig, they had Kurt Travis, and Tillian. Now it's Andrew Wells from I was gonna say Ebola. It's not Ebola. I don't know, whatever his band's called, but that's a good band too. I have a lot to say about Dance Gale Dance. I might have a separate video talking about them because they have a very interesting. You could write an iceberg on Dance Gale Dance. Very good band, very good album, and one that deserves a place on my wall. And then this is their brand newest one. It came out last year, 2025, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And Pantheon. And oh, so cool. It came out. This is like the first one as the full record with Andrew Wells as the singer. I didn't know this was a special one. I thought it was just a black album. I thought it was just black like standard. It looks like a bowling ball. That's such a fun little discovery of mine. So cool. I love that bands are getting like creative with their records, except some are getting a little too creative. Like Amity Affliction did it really well. They put seawater in the record about the ocean. Which one? That was cool. And then I don't know what band it was, and they did their own urine. Okay, Youngblood did his own blood, like, ooh, edgy, but that's okay. Is this one cool too? It's a different colour. It's a different colour. It's more pink. So cool. I don't know. This is mostly my husband's because it's his favourite band, but I hadn't seen it yet. So cool. This is probably going up on our wall next. I love all their strawberry songs. So like Death of a Strawberry, Strawberry Wake. And then this one is got Strawberry's Daughter. I like the little story, like continuation with the robot with human hair. Like all the way down's cool. It's got like the Mario start. I really love the direction that Dance Gale Dance are going in with Andrew Wells. Like I know they had like some issues with a few members in the last couple of years, pretty much their whole career, but especially with like the unfortunate passing of their bassist and just like everything that sort of fell apart last year. But I definitely think that they're returning strong and they're just moving past it and they're just doing their thing. They're no stranger to controversial lead singers, so hopefully Andrew Wells. I personally think that he made their live performances so much better. With Tillian, I think they got a bit boring. I saw them twice with Tillian as the singer. Twice? 3 times. Once at a festival, twice as their own show. And I saw them with Tillian as the lead singer, and it was kind of just like the Tillian show in a way. Not really engaging with the crowd or whatever. But the 3rd time I saw them, Andrew was like the support singer. So he had a different vibe and a different energy, and it made the band have a very big energy, because I know they were kind of like a party band back when they first started, and I feel like that's bringing them back. And they're also going back a little bit heavier, a little bit more grittier, and they're a very good band. I do like them. this was the first vinyl that I bought with my own big girl money. So it's up on my wall in a frame. Unfortunately, it's going to shine again. But this is Blink-182, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Best pop punk album, in my opinion, ever written. Best song on it is First Date. Best song ever written. My favourite song ever written. I just think it's such a good song. It's got good vibes. It always puts you in a good mood. Strongest album by Blink. I think this is their best one that they made. Just every song's a banger. This is just my favorite album from, I want to say like my favorite album of all time, but I have other albums that are like my favorite album, but Blink is like the granddaddy of all my music tastes. Like they were the OGs. They were there from the start. They're the reason I listen to music. They're like, they raised all of us punky millennials. They just, I'm so excited. I'm going to see Mark Hoppus, A Night with Mark Hoppus, in 2 weeks. I really wish that he was going to do a book signing, but I don't think he will. Australia doesn't really do meet and greets. Like, we don't have fun. Just go, sit down, look at your creator, and then get out. We're not even allowed to like hang around after the show. Go leave. Get out of here. Waiting for a mate? Nah, don't think so. This is actually a special one too. This is a special limited edition red. So it's this colour. I can't remember what my secret song is. It has a secret song on it, but I can't remember. It might be the dog one. California. Very similar vibes to Take Off Your Pants. And which is why I think this was such a strong, this is the deluxe one. It's such a strong album because it's similar to Take Off Your Pants. So very similar vibes in the songwriting and the music, and just solid. I'm going to put out an unpopular opinion, but I think that Blink were headed in the right direction with Matt Skiba. I really enjoyed them with Matt Skiba, and I think they were becoming a stronger band, but you know, things happen. You know, Tom technically is the original member, so when he wanted to come back, he was allowed to, whatever. But this, I don't think this one's a special, but this is a very good album too. I remember when this came out and I listened to Bored to Death all the way from where I lived all the way to when I was going to uni. And it was just, that's all I listened to because I was obsessed with it. Home is Such a Lonely Place was the song that I signed my marriage certificate to. And you know, like when you sit down at the table and you're signing away your life. And it was such a nice song to do that too. I'm not a huge fan of like the bonus songs that came out, like with the bonus tracks. I liked the artwork of the deluxe a lot more. I like when bands are a bit edgier with their like artwork, like the Skeletons. So edgy. Like just like a bit more darker, a bit moodier, but I just really enjoyed the artwork better for the deluxe. That's why I bought the deluxe. Black one doesn't make it any less special. Biffles, those who raised me. Alright, so 21 Pilots. I have almost all of their albums. Oh no. The only one that I don't have is, if you can count Regional Best. I don't have Regional Best, and I don't have the self-titled vinyl. I don't even think that vinyl was pressed, but I bought this the 10-year anniversary coffee table book for Blurryface. So young. So young. This feels like just like last week. It's hard to believe that like this was 10 years ago. This is crazy. They've had like 1, 2, 3, 4 albums since releasing this. It's this really cool red. I like because my Blink, the Take Off Your Pants, is red, but it's a different red. This is almost like 21 Pilot red. This is a Blurryface red. And I just had to get the special edition because this album changed my life. I really became a fan of 21 Pilots. Like, I feel like if you were on Tumblr around this time, you knew who 21 Pilots were, but like Blurryface just was the one that like cracked open everyone's like, hey, this band needs business. But like I met friends at the shows I went to. I went to the Emotional Roadshow, and I went to, I guess you could say, their last show, where it was just like a normal show where they didn't have, because it was in this tiny venue, and it was like a sideshow for when they were like headlining a festival. Not headlining, sorry, they were just part of a festival. I actually just saw the movie last week too, and that was really cool to see like the behind the scenes. I love looking at the behind the scenes stuff with 21 Pilots because like, oh, the way that they think is just incredible. I just love it. I love this album. The Vessel album. This is so good. Before they had Law. Before they had the Law and everything went weird. These are some of my favorite songs on them. Holding On To You, Migraine, Car Radio, Trees. Trees is both simultaneously the best and worst of their songs. It's the best song because it's the best song, but it's also the worst song because you know when it starts playing, the show is over. And I hope they never stop doing that as the encore. Oh, is this one a special one too? This isn't actually mine. I have so many special ones. I do listen to my records. I just... it's like Christmas, but it's cool, nice and clear. I just like the different ways that bands express themselves through the vinyls. It's the little things. It's the little things that get you going. Like, it's kind of sad that like a Vessel is getting really old and it's kind of not their sound anymore. I hope that they kind of like return to the Vessel kind of sound, but like Vessel is such a special album in so many ways because it's just like, it's simple. The songs are so good and tight. There's no like grand scheme storyline or like anything like that, but it's just like good music. It's an album that I think is very special in a lot of 21 Pilot fans like hearts because it's just like the OG one that's like, oh, Vessel, so good. I love that they still play. Like, a lot of bands don't play their super old stuff. Not that they're super old. They're still a little baby band. But, like, they still play Guns for Hands. They still play Trees. They still play Car Radio. They still play Migraine. They still play House of Gold. Kind of. They still play, like, Holding On To You and Ode to Sleep. Like, they still play a lot of these songs. And I hope they never stop. Now, I might ruffle some feathers with this one. I'm not a huge fan of this album. Trench. This was like the first time I'd listened to a 21 Pilots album and gone, And like, not to say that the songs are bad, it just, I'm not a Law fan. I'm not someone who pays attention to the story or gets involved in the lore. I listen to what it is. Like, I listen to the story and I'm aware of the story. I can appreciate from afar the story, but I like the songs for what they are. And this one, I do feel like 21 Pilots got tired of their story that they were trying to tell. And you can tell that in the music. Like, I feel like this one just kind of was like too involved in the lore, that the storytelling of that Tyler is so good at kind of fell away. I don't really have much to say on it. The only sort of songs that I like on it is I liked the artwork. The artwork was kind of cool, but I just didn't vibe with it. Like, the songs are still good, but it's all I have to say on it. This guy right here, this was a good album, and I'm so mad at the fan base for making out like it's their worst one. Like, the energy of this album, mint, fucking mint, mate. It was so good. I was so interested in the storyline of this album, and I know it's probably all connected, but I was interested in this one. I went and I saw the movie of it, and the movie, it was just like, this is such an interesting direction for the band, and I was obsessed with it. I loved all the colors that they used. It was so bright, and it was just, when you see them live now, the songs from this album, everyone thinks that this is the worst album, but when the songs are played live, the energy that comes from them is so much, and you don't even notice it until I saw the movie last week. Like, Mulberry Street, Shy Away, like all the songs from here, Saturday. You guys made him feel bad for writing the song Saturday when that's one of the most fun songs that I love to dance to. Like, justice for Scale and Icy. This is like a legit album, and I wish the fandom didn't bully this album, because it's one of my favorite. It's right up there. Vessel, Blurface, Scaled and Icy. They're up there. Personally, I have both personally, and I want to do a whole big video about this. I think it should have been released this way. This would have been a much stronger ending to the story than Breach, in my opinion. This tour that went with this album was so good. Their live shows are just getting better and better, and like, oh, this was a good album. This is Breach, the Secret album. I thought they were going to remaster Regional at best, and they didn't. They had a Secret album, which is fine. It's still a good album. It kind of falls along the way of Trench, where it's kind of like, yeah, the songs are good, but yellow. That they didn't tell anyone what the color was going to be until it was released. And this is a vibrant yellow, man. Like, it's so bright. I like it's such a pretty color, and it just looks so good record form. I would have rathered that's the poster that came with it. Would have rathered Original at best remaster, but that's me. This one's cool because it's signed, because I went and I met the band. This is a little, not little, they're actually massive right now. Stand Atlantic. This was probably one of the top contenders. What year did this come out? 2024. For best album, in my opinion, of 2024. And they're going to have to keep upping their end. Like, I feel like they can do it because they're a very good band. But they've set their standard very high with like how good their I just lost my train of thought. How good their sound is going to be. So it's Stand Atlantic. It's this really cool cherry color red. And it was here. So like that's why. Like the only thing that I will say, like, hey, it's your artwork, do whatever you want. I just feel off-putting looking at that album cover. But that's just, I'm not a gore person. I'm not like I'm just not that type of person. So that's the only reason why it's going to be displayed on the wall, but it's going to go into my husband's game room because that's not where, you know, family members will see it when they come over. I've seen them so many times live, and every time it's just so much fun, and they're such good. I'm so keen to see how far they go. Kissing Killer Cobras is like one of the best songs. It's so fun. I'm getting a tattoo of it just because like that song is so fun. And if you ever get a chance to like meet bands, don't be weird at them, but like go and meet them because it is such a cool experience to like, even if it's just like a split-second photo, you don't have to say anything to them. But you know, I met Ronnie Radke, you know, like in my circles, like, have a good show. This was a great album. I know it took forever to come out and it all was released as singles, but Falling in Reverse has found their sound and I appreciate it muchly. They kind of lost me. I liked the Drug in Me Is You era. I liked the album with the astronaut helmet as the album cover. I liked those 3 random singles that he did in the middle there. The one that has like the video game song on it, like, not a really big fan of that era, but you know what, he was experimenting. He was just, you know, finding his sound. That's okay, you can do that. This one's similar to the Dance Gavin Dance one. So cool. I love purple. Purple's such a cool color. I never skip any song on this list. All amazing, no notes, 10 out of 10. Took me forever to see that this is an FIR for Falling in Reverse. Like, I know, is it supposed to be a wolf? I don't know. I have it as my, I have a little, like, thing on my car mirror from when I did the meet and greet. And, like, I was like, oh, it says Falling in Reverse. He's one of my favorite people. Like, I will take that to the grave. He's so cool. Like, Ronnie is just... And, like, everything he says in this album is true. Like, everything in here, he's just speaking truth and facts. And, like, it's... I don't just... That's all I have to say about it. Like, if you actually listen to the lyrics, he's actually telling a lot of truths behind things. And, like, he's worried... The thing that he worries most about is people not having their own thoughts. And, like, that's what a lot of the songs are about, like Zombified and like Trigger Warning and all that stuff like that. Like, the dude's onto something. Like, he's a great songwriter. I will fight anyone who says differently. It sucks because, like, you can't really see what this one is. So that's The Spirit. Here you go. That's what the album cover looks like. Let's Bring Me the Horizon. That's The Spirit. Let's open it up. I was so tempted to get the 10-year anniversary special edition. That's The Spirit. But it's like, can I justify it? Because I already have it. And so I didn't. I don't think this is a special one. I'm pretty sure this is just black. Yeah, it's just the black album with the little umbrella. This is a really solid album. Like, I'm not, you know, the biggest fan of this era of Bring Me the Horizon, where it was, you know, That's the Spirit, Sempiternal, and Ammo, like the kind of like when they were having a bit more of a different sound. I am old Bring Me the Horizon. I would love to find There Is a Heaven on vinyl. There's a store in Australia that has it online only. It's so expensive though, but I would love to find There Is a Heaven because that's my favorite Bring Me album. But this is there's got some solid songs on here, like Doomed, Happy Song. I'm so mad. I've seen them so many times and they haven't played Happy Song. It's the one song I want to see you play. But then they add it to the set list for the rest of their world tour. Like, I'm pretty sure I said it in my tattoo video. This would go up on my wall if it wasn't just a black square. It's not very, like, it doesn't, like, I know it is. I might get one that opens it up so like it displays that. That might work. But yeah, that's a solid album. Apparently this one was bought in when my husband went overseas without me. He bought it in a record store, but in Italy I think he said. So it's cool finding music in like other countries. Like I know they're a universal band and I know music is universal, but it's just kind of cool to think that someone across the other side of the world listens to the same music we listen to. The return of Heavy Bring Me. When this took forever to get released, because when they like were just about to release it, they're like, hey, we're going to scrap it and start again. It's not right where we need it. So we're going to start again with it. And then just on a random Tuesday, dropped the whole album. Like, it's ready, here you go. I have a massive tapestry of this out in my living room and I always get complimented on it, and it's like, it's just a cool artwork of the post-human next gen, like, and like how cool, like the Utopia, how they have like the little gameplay that you can like interact with. I don't have that one. That was a different one that was released after I bought this one. So this is just the normal one. I love the anime. I don't want to offend anyone. They're like the anime style of like the artwork of this era. I love that Bring Me the Horizon is getting heavier, and the fact that they are possibly re-recording Pray for Plagues is a blessing. I really miss Heavy Bring Me. I'm going to go and see the movie as well for Bring Me the Horizon. It's so like, it's weird that 21 Pilots and Bring Me the Horizon are almost like simultaneously doing the same thing. So like I'm always being fed by my bands. Oh. But it'll be interesting to see like the difference between the 21 Pilots movie and the Bring Me movie. Just because I feel like this one is going to be more like a story, because I don't know, like I know it's a concert movie, but is it going to be like 21 Pilots was mostly just a concert recorded, which was fine, it was still good. I was expecting to be a little bit more behind the sceney, whereas I feel like maybe this one is going, the next gen movie is going to be a bit more of a storytelling one, but I could be wrong because I'm not Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know what I filmed, but that'll be exciting to go and see. Do I put this on my wall because I have the tapestry of it? But like, it's just such a good album. Like 2024 was this, and Clancy. Like, it's such a good year for music. I'm pretty sure Attack Attack released their album in 2024, or was it 2025? That was a great album. Like, holy moly, there's just so much great music out there. But yeah, that's my record vinyl collection that I'm continuing to grow at every opportunity. It's so expensive to buy vinyl. I go to like small vinyl shops when I go into like the city and stuff to try and find vinyls, but they're always just really random. Like, I feel like Australia just doesn't get what the rest of the world gets. But yeah, I'm glad that you stayed and watched. Hopefully I will be back next week. Thank you for sticking around.